Hi, this is Robert John Cook, founder of Optimistic Vibe. How are you? I wanted to talk a few minutes about corporate social responsibility. What do the three words mean being together? Corporate, that's who we are. Corporation. That's what Optimistic Vibe is, a company. Our social responsibility is what have we done with our decisions as to how we're going to interact with each other, interact with our environment, interact with our community. Most companies have a bottom line. How much money, how much profit have they made in a year? How much did they do in sales? We don't have one bottom line. We have three. Our three bottom lines, first and foremost, we create sustaining jobs for each other. That's how we measure our first 1/3 of our success. How many jobs do we create for each other? So if we created a handful of jobs last year, we create more than a handful next year, then we're going in the right direction. That's what the whole company is about, is creating sustaining jobs for ourselves. The reason why sustaining jobs are required for us to care for each other, but more importantly, they feed the next two very important elements as to how we measure our success. So, first one is the function of creating sustaining jobs for ourselves. The second one, equally important, is our environment. Cape Cod is an island. Hawaii, where our sister company is, it's an island. If we don't care for our island and be the leaders in our community, be the leaders in our business community to execute what we call green as green can get, that's our obligation. So we measure our success, our corporate social responsibility is to ensure several things. One, everything we touch, recycle, reuse, upcycle. We don't buy new unless we absolutely have to. And we educate our community as to how we as a company do that. And we take our activism, if you will, out to the public. And we educate other businesses. This is how we do business as a company, and perhaps we can lead by example with our environment. Number three of our three bottom lines is our community. What do we do with our community? What is our corporate social responsibility to our community? Any community, take a look at Santa Fe, Santa Cruz, Tucson, Sedona, Savannah. The list goes on. Any place where there is a healthy community, such as those that I just named, you're going to find that there's a healthy art community. And so our responsibility, Optimistic Vibe, is to strengthen the art community here on Cape Cod to help Cape Cod be a healthier place for all of us to live. And we have several different programs to do that. One of the things that I'm quite passionate about is our schools have been stripped of the arts in budget cuts, and the list goes on. And so one of the obligations that we're taking on as a company with Optimistic Vibe is to say, what can we do to bring arts back into the school? So we're going to pay artists, musicians, writers, wellness practitioners, performing artists, cultural artists, culinary artists, all these members of the creative community. We're going to send them into the schools to give demonstrations, to give lessons, to give workshops, to show the school children, this is my guitar, and this is the noise that it makes when I do this, or here's a paintbrush, and here's what I do with it. Or the list goes on and on and on. But we're going to bring art back into the schools. Second, we have an obligation to utilize our talents as artists of every genre to different aspects of our community. For example, we have a television show. It's called Welcome Home. And what we do is we bring artists, again, of all genres, onto the TV show for about half an hour, talk all about their art. But in exchange for being on that TV show, they give a free demonstration, a free lesson to a group of veterans. This allows the artist to provide, as the Veterans Administration taught me, art therapy for the veterans. So that's another one of our program. When our band, Optimistic Vibe, rehearses, where do we rehearse? Senior centers, to bring music to the mature crowd. We have activities through our culinary arts where we're advocating and sponsoring organic community gardens, where we sponsor the garden and we buy the food for the restaurant. So these are several of our programs, of which there's many, but that's what our corporate social responsibility is. That's what it is today. We're looking for opportunities, and we're all ears. that if there's new ideas, new concepts as to what we can do to strengthen that, to allow us as the creative community, to allow us as the art community to come together and see how we can make our overall community a healthier place for all of us to live, for all of us. It's a win-win for everybody. So that's where our corporate social responsibility is. Thank you for listening.